Welcome to the 5 for 2 podcast with me, your host Adele, where we say no to careers where you're trading 5 days of misery for 2 days of fun. A place we discuss all things career, confidence, and money moves. I want to motivate, teach, and empower ambitious women to achieve more, earn more, feel more confident, and enjoy the work they do. It's all about believing you can have everything you want in your career and then going and getting it. So if you're ready, let's get into it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode. Today we're talking about asking for pay rises and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. So many people ask me, when can you ask for a pay rise? Is 6 months too soon? Can you ask for a pay rise when you're an intern or you finished your internship or you finished your qualification? Like, when is it appropriate to ask for a pay rise? I'm probably the worst person for you to ask this question to, because my answer is going to be, if you take a kid into a sweet shop, how quickly are they going to ask you for sweets? Are they going to wait 48 hours? Are they going to wait 2 to 6 months? Are they going to wait 2 business days? No, they're going to ask immediately. I'm the worst person because I will ask for pay rises before I've even started the job. You lot know I've spoken about this before. I have asked at companies for a pay rise to be built into my contract, for a pay review to be built into my contract. That's what I should say. I have asked the company, like, okay, I know you're offering this salary and all the other benefits are great, but actually I was looking for this. If we can't agree on this now, then what would you be looking for me to be able to get that money? They will then lay out what the KPIs are, what the targets are, whatever it is. I will then say, okay, cool. So if I can deliver that in the next 12 weeks, will you consider a pay review or will you consider a pay rise? A lot of companies will say yes, because they think I'm over exaggerating what I'm able to deliver. Some might say no. It all depends. And then it depends on whether you want to walk away or not. But I negotiate pay rises into contracts, not all the time, because sometimes I got exactly what I wanted, so I don't need to. But I have done. People have done it to me. I have done it with offers. I have offered that to a candidate. I've said, I can't meet you at your current salary expectations, but I would really love to have you here. If in the next 12 weeks you can do X, Y, Z, I will give you that salary. Some people will take the challenge. They're like, yeah, absolutely. Because they know that when they was in that interview, it wasn't all talk. Some people are all talk and they'll be like, nah, because they're scared. Let's be real. 12 weeks is not a long time. If you really wanted the job and you wanted to work with me, or the third option, they just didn't want to work at the company that I was at. Let's be real. They didn't like me. They didn't like the company, whatever it was. And they said no. But usually people take me up on the offer. I've done it myself and I've offered it to people and people have asked me for it. So I'm the worst person to answer this question. There are no rules. What have I said before? The rules are just guidelines. Everything you think you know about your career isn't always the truth. Careers are like smoke and mirrors. Recently, I said on Instagram, I was like, I'm playing chess while some people are playing checkers. Because just like everything you see on Instagram is not real, it's filters and people pretending and people faking it, careers are the same. You will think, oh, you're all on the same salary. Why? Because people have signed NDAs. People have been told to lie to you because you're all on the same team earning different salaries. I'm coming from a human resources perspective. See, I'm talking too fast, guys. I'm coming from a HR perspective. I'm coming from a director perspective. I'm coming from an operations manager perspective. I see the salaries. I'm coming from the person who's seen the salaries. I know that the marketing team has 3 marketing execs. And I know that the most experienced person and the hardest working person is not being paid the most. I know that that person is being paid half of what someone else is being paid, or they're being paid 10K, 15K less. I know because I saw the salary. I can't say anything. Confidentiality. Not my. I can't tell you who's getting paid what, but I can tell you for sure I've seen it in multiple companies. I can tell you for sure I've been asked to not talk about my salary because I'm coming in on a higher salary than everyone else. People that they've had there for 10 years doing that job, and I'm coming in and being paid more money. So I can only tell you from my perspective. So when you ask me, when is the best time to ask for a pay rise? Can I ask if I've only been there 6 months? Yes, why not? The most you can get is a no. The best you can get is a yes. It's 50-50. And if you want to make it, the percentages a little bit higher, you want a higher chance of getting that yes, there's a few things you can do, and we can talk about those things. But the question should never be, can I ask for a pay rise after 6 months? It should be, how do I ask for a pay rise after 6 months? How do you ask for a pay rise before you even got the job, Adele? Let me share. Firstly, I want to tell you when you shouldn't ask for a pay rise, actually. Let's start there. Do not ask for a pay rise if you are not good at your job. And I'm putting that out on the table. If you are not good at what you do, if you come in every day and do the bare minimum, phone it in, and you're not good at your job and no one really comes to you and you're not like one of the key team members, please don't ask for a pay raise after 2 months or 3 months. What are you asking based on? Based on the fact that your body was in the building? Absolutely not. Being in the building is not a reason for a pay rise, and is why a lot of you will get turned down. There has to be more of a reason, more of an incentive for your boss or your company to want to give you more money. And that little annual pay rise you're getting, I just want to remind everyone, listen, minimum wage goes up yearly, right? So people on lower salaries who get minimum wage will get an automatic increase, because if minimum wage goes up, their salary has to go up. Now, if their salary goes up, that makes it closer to your salary if you're on higher than minimum wage. So therefore, your company then raises your salary basically in line with whatever minimum wage was. That's what them little percentage raises usually are. But anyway, I digress. You can ask for large pay rises or significant pay rises whenever you feel it is appropriate. I'm not telling you to go in every single day and think you can ask for a pay rise. That's a joke. But what I am saying is, every day you get better at your job. Every month you get better at your job. There is no way you are the same today that you were a year ago. And if you are, don't ask for the pay rise. So if you're not good at your job, please don't ask for the pay rise. If you cannot communicate the value of your contribution, there's almost no point in asking for the pay rise, because you are going to struggle. Because when they ask you why, you're going to say, oh, because I've been here for years. Again, being in the building is not a reason to get paid more. When they ask you why, you're going to say cost of living. They're going to say, that's not my problem. It's affecting us all. These are not reasons for a pay rise. Reasons for a pay rise are, I made you this money, I saved you this money. I improved your system. I trained your entire team to hit all their KPIs. Like, why? Can you communicate the value of your contribution? Don't ask for pay if you don't know how to speak about money. Because if you aren't confident speaking about money, it's almost like you've gone in there losing. It's a losing battle, because you're scared to speak about money. You come across unconfident, you come across scared, and then they're like, we ain't got to give this person nothing. It's bluff. They're all bluffing. They're all talk. They're no action. I need you to build your confidence. And you can work on your confidence before it goes to, I'm going to ask for a pay rise. Listen, working on your confidence for the next month, the next 6 weeks, for the next 8 weeks, and then going and getting the pay rise, that gives you a higher chance. Do not ask for a pay rise. Like I said, if you're not an asset, if you don't know you're an asset, if you're not good at your job, like people come to you, you're an asset, you're great at what you do. If you don't know how to communicate your contribution, if you are not good at interviews, if you're going for a new job, stop asking for lots of money. You need to be able to do all these things on the list that I just gave if you want to ask for a pay rise. And even if you can do one of the things that I just mentioned, start asking for a pay rise. Also consider, why am I asking for this pay rise? I'm asking because Adele said I should. No, you didn't listen to the 5 for 2 podcast and decide I said you should. I tell my clients all the time, listen, you've joined my coaching program. You're in Create Your Own Lane because you're creating your own lane. So why do you want the pay rise? Not why I want the pay rise. Why do you want it? We all want more money. Let's be real. If someone said to you tomorrow, you can come and work 3 days a week for £1 million, you'll say yes, because we all want more money. But why do you really want it? Give your money purpose. I say this all the time. Give your money purpose. Firstly, think about why you want it and then why you deserve it. So why you want it can be a list. I want to buy a new property so that I can live in it. I want a new property so I can rent it out for an Airbnb and create passive income. I want more money so I can travel. I want to be able to help my parents, help my mum, help my sister. I want to be able to pay for a wedding. Listen, that's a big one recently people have come to me for. Weddings and new houses and second properties. People are coming to me like, I need to make more money. I need to make passive income. Nearly all my clients have a side hustle or are trying to start a business. So when we're working together, yes, they want a better career, but they want it so that they can use that to start their business. So give your money purpose. Then let's talk about why you deserve it. What are you doing for your company? So many of you are the go-to person at your office. So many of you do twice the work of everyone else, not because you're overworking or burning yourself out, just because you naturally have a really strong work ethic. But then you're scared to ask for money. You literally are giving your job caviar level services for McDonald's money. This doesn't make sense to me. This is not okay. So when you come to me and say, can I ask for a pay rise? I've only been at my job a year. Yes, a year is more than long enough. Go and ask for the pay rise. And I'm not talking about that normal, like 2, 3, 4% pay rise. Go and ask for a big pay rise if you deserve it. And a lot of you don't even realize you do deserve it, because you think it's not possible to ask for the pay rise. A reminder, I got a pay rise in 2021, I think it was. 15k more to do the exact same job. I've spoken about it. Go back and listen to my episodes. I've spoken about how the fact that I looked at the market, I researched, and I was like, wow, I didn't even realize how much more I should be on, because I'd been in the same job for such a long time. And I'd stopped researching the market. I'd stopped talking to people in the industry, and I was happy with what I was getting, but actually I was being underpaid for everything that I was bringing to the table. And if I went somewhere else, I probably would have got more than that 15k. I probably would have got 20k, 25k. But I was happy. I loved my job. So I went in and negotiated. And it wasn't like, oh yeah, you can have it immediately. There was no yes immediately. There was a, oh no, maybe we can do it in 2 halves. This year we give you half. And I was very honest. And I said, listen, I'm not going to say no, but what I will say is I'm going to have to continue to keep my options open, because I know what I should be now earning. They came back and said, okay, cool, 15 grand more. So again, I'm probably the worst person to ask, because I don't believe that all the things we think are rules in our career stand. I've broken the rules too many times for me to believe that they're actual rules rather than just guidelines, or things that we think are the truth because maybe 3 people told us and now we're like, yeah, everyone says it. Who is everyone? Your cousin, your aunt, and your uncle. That's 3 people. Who is everyone? 5 people in your family. Who is everyone? The people you networked with on LinkedIn. Oh no, you didn't. So who is everyone? Sometimes we do this, and I do this all the time. You have a narrative where you're like, oh, everyone says you've got to do it this way. And when I actually think about who everyone is, it's like a couple friends and my sister, or like my cousin, and not my actual sister, because my actual sister's amazing. But I'm just giving an example. My sister would be like, oh, why not try? Like, she would definitely encourage. But what I'm saying to you is, who is everyone, and where are these rules coming from? Your job told you can only ask once a year, because that's all. They don't want you to ask them. So why would you listen to the person who doesn't want to part with their money? Why would you trust that person? Let's be real. Your teacher is never going to say to you at school, oh, do you know that you can get jobs without having a degree and earn 6 figures without a degree? Because then their job wouldn't be as, high as they want it to be. They're a teacher. They want you to want education. Always think about the person who's selling the thing to you, the thing that's coming out of their mouth. The salesman at the car place is going to tell you the car's good. They're trying to make a sale. Your friend who actually owns the car, or people online that own the car, they're going to tell you the truth. When I want to know about a hotel, I go to TripAdvisor. I don't go to the hotel. If I ask the hotel, they're going to say our hotel is amazing. And then you read TripAdvisor and it says they got bed bugs. Listen, I'm going to go to TripAdvisor, not the hotel. It should be the same with you. Think about who you're asking. Source is everything. If you want advice on your career, you come to a career coach, right? If you want to help with your fitness, you go to a personal trainer, right? If you want advice on financial planning, you don't come to me. I'm a career coach. If you want advice on investing, you go to one of my good friends, one of my good sisters who are money coaches. Okay, you go to And, you go to Verona, you go to Akira. They've all been on my show. You go to one of the girlies and say, sis, I need help with investing and financial planning and all of that. Because that's not me. That's not what I help with. I help you get to the money. I don't help you then distribute it. The people I've had on my show do. So what I'm saying to you is, if you come to me and you say to me, when is it okay to ask for a pay rise? I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to give you the view of someone who's worked in human resources, someone who's worked as a director, someone who's worked in management in corporate, someone who has worked as a recruiter, all these things, talent acquisition, the whole shebang. That's what I'm going to tell you. Now, if you come to me as your boss, I might be like, I got to follow company policy. So if company policy says people can't ask for more than if they have not been with the company for over 18 months, I'm going to say to you, 18 months. Think about the source. Because that's my company's policy. If I'm the boss of that company, I've signed paperwork where I need to tell you it's 18 months. But rules are made to be broken. Because I might be telling you 18 months knowing full well that after 6 months I negotiated my salary. But I might not be able to disclose it because I signed an NDA. Knowing full well that everything you see can't be trusted. I'm going to do an episode talking about audacity. And you guys are going to need to listen to it because audacity is free and a lot of you need to have more of it. It is okay to be a more junior person, an entry-level person, and realize that you actually do as much work as everyone else and go and ask for the pay rise and have your value add and have your information and have your proof and your evidence and your stories, have them all ready to ask for that pay rise. There are no rules on when you can ask for a pay rise, but there are definitely rules on how you should ask for a pay rise. There are definitely things that are going to help you more than others. If I was to say to someone, I deserve a pay rise because I've been here for years. Okay, that's nice. In those years, what have you done? Why does it matter? I'm going to let you know in those years, why it matters is in the 10 years I've been here, I have done X, Y, Z. I've made you £1 million in 12 months. No one else in our company has done that. No one's even got close. I have grown a team, a junior team, from making 10K a month to making 90K a month. That's what I've done for you. I changed your payroll process that used to take 3 days to now taking 6 hours. Ask me again. You guys need to keep a brag book because that's what I keep. Because listen, I got a good memory, but I forget a lot of stuff that I've done. Even in my coaching with my clients, I keep a list of everything I've helped people do because even sometimes I need a reminder. Even sometimes I blow my own mind and I say, wow, do you remember when you helped Thingy double their salary? I've forgotten because it was 2 years ago. Do you remember 2023 when you helped Thingy go from being in a junior role to an executive role and add 40K to her salary? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Do you remember when you helped someone stop being a waitress and become a social media manager? Like, you forgot because you're just always moving. You need to have a brag book. You need to have a book where you write down all the amazing things you've done. Because in this week that you're currently working, you have done amazing things, but you have already forgotten. Someone has said to you, oh my gosh, you're a lifesaver. Someone has said to you, I couldn't do this if you wasn't here. Someone said, thank God you're back from holiday. Someone listening to this has heard one of those statements this week and still doesn't realize that they're an asset and they should be asking for more money. Those people need you. Have you realized that they need you and decided to go and ask for what you deserve? Again, the question is not, can you ask for a pay rise after 6 months, a year, whatever it is? The question is, how do I ask for a pay rise? And I have got plenty of episodes for you to go back and listen to on how to get that money, how to get those pay rises. Listen, I got a whole series, a 3-part series, how to get yourself paid. I'm sure it's 41, 42, 43. I might be wrong, but I feel like they're the ones. Or they might be the get offers one. So it might be 34, 35, 36. Listen, it's one of them. Go get your money. I've got so many episodes, Confidence and Coins, Reloaded. I know that's number 76. Head over. There are so many episodes on getting the money you want. The amount of time you've been there doesn't matter. What's the impact that you have made while you've been there? Can you communicate that impact? Amazing. Now go get paid for it. Guys, like I said, I'm going to do an episode on Audacity. And it's going to be a good one. So you're going to need to tune in. But I will speak to you on another episode. If you need help with interviews, changing your career, building your confidence, create your own lane is where it's at. My coaching program will get you all the way together, help you to change industry and add up to 30K to your salary. Head over to my website, atmrich.com, or drop me a DM on Instagram or a message on LinkedIn if you have questions. But yeah, I'll speak to you in the next episode.
I hope this episode gave you exactly what you needed and motivated you to confidently take steps towards your next career move. If you enjoyed it, screenshot and share it on your socials, tag me on Instagram, and come join my community of amazing women working on leveling up their confidence and career. Thanks for listening and see you next time.